They say you live by the gun, you die by the gun. But as for Foolio, he thought he was untouchable. Big mistake.
Is that 2 cars were shot at?
A birthday celebration that took a turn for the worse.
Was shot in Tampa. Charles Jones, whose stage name is Foolio, was shot outside of a hotel this morning.
The rapper was murdered in Tampa.
For the past couple of years, a rap beef between the ATK and the KTA has been one of the deadliest yet, with more lives lost than the OTF and 4K wars. Now, to give you the full story, we need to go back to where it all began, in Jacksonville, Florida. It all started at a block party in South Jacksonville. Yungeen Ace and his team were attending a little party where they got into a little argument with fellow rappers YNR Mookie and Slugger T. The argument would then escalate, causing Mookie to get grazed by a gunshot wound, leading to Slugger T returning fire. After this incident, everyone had to pick sides, and for Foolio, it was an easy pick since his cousin was good friends with Mookie. He chose to align with them. But he wasn't the only one linking up, because Yungeen Ace would also link up with his childhood friend, Queso. And you better remember that name because it's going to be very important later in the video. Around 2017, one of Yungeen Ace's friends went out on a hit trying to avenge a robbery. He knew who the robber was, but most importantly, he knew where he was, on the west side of Jacksonville. So he allegedly barged into the house with no mask and he started shooting at anything that moved. He wasn't able to get the man that robbed him, but he did get someone else, Foolio's cousin, Zion. After Zion's death, all bets were off and everyone was now out for blood. And not long after, Zion's sister would be shot over 10 times in an attempt to stop her from testifying. But somehow, she managed to survive. Damn, she's strong. While the man who shot her was sentenced to life in prison. But Zion was not the only person that Foolio would lose, because his blood brother Bibi would also get killed at the hands of Queso. You still remember that name, right? I told you it's gonna be important. Bibi was just 16 years old when he was coming home from school one day with a friend. They were sitting around a courtyard at their complex when they were both ambushed. Both men ran away trying to find cover, but sadly for Bibi, he never found it because he would be shot dead at close range. But that wasn't enough for Queso, because he would taunt Foolio by making fun of his dead sibling on multiple occasions. He would often parade a jersey with Bibi's name on it on social media, and he just might be a bigger troll than 6ix9ine for what he did next. He would release an album in 2019 where he would use pictures of all his fallen rivals as cover art, and in the center of it all was Foolio's brother, Bibi. But Foolio wasn't done losing members, because he would lose a close friend named Lil 9. Now you see, the story of Lil 9 is just proof of how sad the streets can be. He and an affiliate would be on an Instagram live with rival gang members Queso and Queso's brother, where Queso would even go on to challenge them to a 2v2 deathmatch.
So where you at?
Come on, I do a team deathmatch.
Right now?
Y'all 2 versus us 2.
But the craziest part about all this is that he was talking to his cousin.
Look at my cousin. We looking like.
My cousin don't want to talk. He trying to act all.
He trying to act all hard.
Oh, Jason.
They got the black.
Yes, Queso and Lil 9 are actually related by blood. A month after their little conversation, Lil 9 would be leaving a gas station when he got shot up by a man with a rifle. He would then run into a tire store, but he died on the scene. And you know, Queso being Queso, he had to post his reaction. And his brother also followed up by recreating the crime scene.
Y'all fuck niggas played. Y'all niggas played. Y'all niggas played.
It seemed like Foolio's team was losing members left and right, so the KTA needed to get even, and they needed to get even fast. And they might have done it in the most savage way possible. On a Tuesday in June 2018, Yungeen Ace, 2 friends, and his brother were going to Wasabi, a Japanese steakhouse, trying to celebrate his brother 23's 18th birthday. But little did Ace know that one fatal mistake might have just been what caused his brother and his friend's death.
4 young men were in this car when they were shot. The vehicle pulled up to their Chevy sedan, opened fire, then took off.
On that fateful day, Yungeen Ace would post multiple pictures of him and his brother with the steakhouse in the backdrop, and this alerted all his enemies. Once the man finished up their meals, they were followed up into a nearby highway where they would be stopped at a red light, and that's when the shooting began. Ace would be left in critical condition while his brother would lose his life alongside his friends. And you know, Foolio wasn't gonna leave it like that. He had to go on IG to start rubbing salt into the wounds.
Them boy lost the Fortnite match. Still coming up, man. Cold summer alert, man. 2-3 pack, man. Ace pack.
After the shooting, their beef would start to go viral, with Yungeen Ace releasing songs such as Who I Smoke, which was a remix of the very popular song 1,000 Miles, which I secretly love by the way. He publicly named and dissed Foolio's dead brother Bibby and his affiliate Lil 9. And Foolio didn't hold back either, because he would go beyond dissing and trolling. He would actually go out and start being straight out disrespectful. On the 23rd of April, Foolio released the track When I See You. He had a poster printed out with all the faces of the men who died in that fatal shooting. He then followed up by making fun of 23 for dying on his own birthday.
Went out to eat on his birthday, 4 shot, 3 dead in the worst way. Damn.
The song would eventually become Foolio's biggest hit with over 40 million views. And as the years went by, the two would still continue to sneak diss each other and their affiliates. For example, on the 27th of July 2022, rapper Yungeen, a very good friend of Yungeen Ace, was shot dead when 5 armed robbers stormed into his house and started shooting at both him and his father. His dad just caught 2 shots to the arm, but sadly for Jada, he would receive 8 shots, killing him instantly. Ace would react to his good friend's death with multiple social media posts, and he openly talked about how much the death truly hurt him on many of his interviews. Foolio, however, who had nothing to do with Jada's shooting, still found a way to make it about him by making sure that people knew that he was celebrating his death. When he took to Instagram to make a post captioned "RIP Jada Yungeen, LOL," and then he followed it up by saying "Bro used to diss on me to get cool with the opps" as a response to his previous post. It's clear to see that Foolio had many enemies and he feared none of them, but his lack of fear couldn't save him from getting hit. On October the 7th, 2023, in his hometown of Jacksonville, Foolio's Dodge Challenger was struck by multiple shots. Although he did not die, he would suffer a gunshot wound to the leg, and with very little cooperation from Foolio, the perpetrators were never found. In total, Foolio has had possibly 3 known attempts on his life, which he claims he survived due to using voodoo magic. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I guess he was all out because it didn't save him this time. On June the 14th, 2024, Foolio took to his Instagram to announce that he would be in Tampa, Florida for a pool party to celebrate his birthday. He even captioned it with the name of the club that he will be in. And if I say he wasn't warned, I'll be lying, because most of the comments on his post were fans advising him to stop dropping his location, but he did not listen one bit. He would even let people know where the party would be by uploading to his feed in real time. To set himself up even more, Foolio decided that it would be a smart idea to start drinking while he was with multiple females.
I don't even drink,
After their little bash, Foolio would thank everyone for coming to his party and then make another post of himself entering an after-party lounge called the Holiday Inn, and mind you, this post was made in real time. And then suddenly, a few hours after this post, this would happen.
A birthday celebration that took a turn for the worst. Now cars filled with bullet holes are at the center of an investigation to find out why famous rapper Foolio, who just turned 26, was shot dead early this morning.
In total, 2 cars would be hit, one being left with multiple shots to the windshield. This shooting had a mirror effect to Yungeen Ace's one. You see, cause for Ace's shooting, 4 men would be shot, but only 1 survived. But for Foolio's, it was quite the opposite. 4 people would be shot, but only 1 would die. It's still unclear on who the shooters are and what were their motives. But someone who did not skip a beat to mark him after his death was his most famous rival, Yungeen Ace. He would release a diss track titled "Do It" hours after the shooting. I mean, he didn't even wait for the body to get cold before dissing the man. And Ace wasn't the only one playing with Foolio's name, cause Wapa Weta Chapa would go onto his Instagram story and upload an old tweet of King Von that was titled "Game over, we won, stupid ass," and Spinner Bands would repost the same tweet that Foolio's girlfriend used to announce his death. Even though Foolio is now gone, this is in no way the end of the beef, because the KTA has now been left without a leader, and they will be looking for retribution on whosoever they can get their hands on. If you made it this far, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really helps me feed the family. Thanks for watching.